What's up, guys? Chris Basil Builds here. Okay, so I wanted to do like a how-to video. It seems like the last how-to video I did using this old Mercedes is kind of a fun way to just go over something interesting. So this is a 81 Mercedes 300 SD turbo diesel. I call it the punk rock limousine, but it's just you know, an old car. The car's not important for this video, but what we're going to do today is we're going to do a topside oil change. So what we're going to do is we're going to, and you can do this on any car. I'm doing this as an example on a diesel just because this car needs an oil change and I don't feel like jacking it up because it's kind of awkward to jack up. So this is a perfect example of a car to do the topside oil change on. So all you need is an oil sucker. This one that I've got, it's a Holt brand. I got it from Harbor Freight. You pull the dipstick out, wipe it off, set it off to the side for now, because we're actually going to be using the dipstick to get the oil out. Rigged up, I'll show you. So what we have is a hose that goes through the dipstick down to the oil sucker. It is a little time consuming, I will admit that, a little more time consuming than dropping it out the bottom, but this car, an old Mercedes, a lot of times use like a weird system to jack up, where you have a jack point that comes out of the side. But now all I'm going to do here is just start pumping, and you're going to see the oil going. Now this is going to take, it's probably going to take 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is just keep pumping. And the oil's going into there. So I'm going to keep pumping, let it suck out. I'm going to get back to the oil filter and I'll pop back in. All right, so just wanted to chime back in. It's been a little bit. We're still sucking. This takes a while. This isn't actually like a time saver by any means. This is just I don't really have the means or available equipment to lift my car up, and I've owned this car since December and I've never changed the oil on it since when I bought it, since when it was sitting at a car dealership for over a year. So I actually bought the filter and the oil to change it like right when I bought the car, because I had intended on doing it, but it was in the middle of winter time. I was hurt at the time. I don't know if you guys watched my why not to jumpstart your car video, but it was right around the same time of when I bought this car. This car was intentionally supposed to be an engine swap car, but then I kind of decided I liked the car, so I haven't found the right car to swap the engine into, so I'm just taking care of the car at this point. I like the car. It's a good car. If I can get the air conditioner to work, I'd drive it all the time, but that might be another video. We might try to do an R134 conversion on it, but the long and the short of this is you're just sucking the oil out of the dipstick tube, and then you change your filter and you fill it back up with fresh fluid, and that's a topside oil change. I wanted to demonstrate this on my boat, which I probably still will. I need to change the oil on both my boat motors and our generator, and the reason you have to do something like this on that is because that boat lives in the water, so there is nowhere you can drain the oil from. You can't even get to the drain plug on the oil pan. So obviously you can't get any oil into the waterway that you're in. That's a big no-no. So this is the safe containment device to safely collect your fluids and have it in a place where you can dump them somewhere else and environmentally get rid of them. So I'm big on not spilling oil. I don't like it. I don't like oil in my workspace. It's my main thing. So that's kind of my deal there, but I'll click back in when I get to the oil filter. All right, we got the oil out. Now we're gonna go ahead and change the filter. I already broke these loose. A lot of new cars have this kind of setup where you've got a like oil filter housing that's on the top, like BMWs and Mercedes, and a lot of German cars have this setup. So this is pretty common. It's not just particular to this car. This is what makes doing a topside oil change pretty easy on this car. So the whole idea is just to basically, this thing's been sitting around for a while and I just don't want it to have the old oil in it anymore, so I'm trying to just get it all out. some fresh fluid in it, keep it happy, and hopefully make it last for a little bit longer. Probably going to go ahead and suck this oil filter housing out too. This would be the part where you would make a big mess if you weren't prepared, but I tried to get this ready and my drain pan ready so it could just leak into there. All this diesel oil is very yucky. So now, since we're done sucking out of there, go ahead and suck out of the oil filter housing too. That's the sound of success, or the sound of it done being sucky. So, long story short, this process is pretty much the same on any vehicle. More or less, you're just sucking the oil out of the dipstick, changing your filter, putting fresh fluid in it, making sure your level's top, and that'll get it done. So, this was how to do a topside oil change. Thanks for tuning in. Chris Basil Builds. Make sure and like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and tune in for more. I'll put a link to the Holt oil fluid extractor on the description, so if you guys want to go to Harbor Freight and pick yourself up one, you can. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good one.